Have you ever wondered what the single best way to lift people out of poverty is? It's a huge question, one that economists, governments, and charities have debated for decades. Is it giving money directly? Building schools? Creating jobs? The truth is, there's no magic bullet, but decades of research and real-world experiments have given us some powerful insights. Let's dive in. For a long time, the dominant idea was large-scale aid. Think big infrastructure projects, like dams and roads, funded by international organizations. The logic was that these projects would create a foundation for economic growth, which would eventually trickle down and lift everyone up. Sometimes this worked, but often it didn't. Projects could be mismanaged, benefits wouldn't reach the poorest people, and it sometimes created a cycle of dependency. So, the focus shifted. What if we went smaller, more direct? This led to the rise of microfinance in the 80s and 90s. The idea was simple and empowering. Give small loans to people, especially women, in developing countries, so they can start their own businesses. A woman could buy a sewing machine and become a tailor, or get a loan for seeds to expand her farm. It was revolutionary because it treated people in poverty not as victims to be helped, but as entrepreneurs waiting for a chance. And for money, it was a game changer, giving them financial independence and a path to a better life. But even microfinance wasn't a perfect solution for everyone. Researchers started noticing that while it helped many, the poorest of the poor often struggled to take on debt, even small amounts. The risk was just too high. This led to another big idea. What if we just gave people money with no strings attached? It sounds radical, right? But experiments with unconditional cash transfers from Kenya to India have shown incredible results. When you give people cash, they don't waste it. They use it on what they need most. Food for their children, medicine, school fees, or fixing a leaky roof. It gives them dignity and the power to make their own choices. It turns out, people in poverty are the best experts on their own lives. Alongside these financial approaches, another powerful tool has proven its worth time and time again. Education, specifically educating girls. When a girl receives an education, the benefits ripple outwards. She's more likely to marry later, have fewer and healthier children, and earn a higher income. She then invests that income back into her family and community. Educating girls is like planting a tree that provides shade and fruit for generations. It fundamentally changes the dynamic of a community, empowering women and breaking cycles of poverty from the inside out. So, what's the final answer? It's not one single thing. The most effective approach is a combination of graduation model. This involves a holistic package of support. It might start with a cash transfer to provide immediate stability. Then, it adds skills training to build a livelihood and access to savings and loans to manage finances. And woven throughout all of this is mentorship and health support. It's about giving people not just one tool, but a whole toolbox to build their own ladder out of poverty. Lifting people out of poverty isn't simple, but it is possible. It requires a move away from one-size-fits-all solutions and towards a more personalized, multifaceted approach that empowers individuals and trusts them to build their own futures. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this interesting, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the big questions shaping our world. See you next time.